What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over how to do pre-market prep. Check it out. All right, guys, so I often get asked, how I perform my pre-market preparation, like how I get ready in pre-market, how early do I get up, what are my steps, how do I find the stocks I'm going to trade, and then how do I pick one, how I prepare all throughout the pre-market in anticipation of the bell ringing, 9:30, okay? So it all goes down into like a step-by-step process. It's very, very simplistic, okay? And it's honestly not that time consuming at all. It's really not. Some people, depending on how you trade, what you trade, if you even trade pre-market, some people get up super early. Like if you're on the East Coast, bell rings at 9:30, you could be up at 6:30 and you're there preparing 6 a.m., preparing and getting ready, for 9:30. Everybody has their own different format, their own different plan. For me personally, I don't get up that early. I used to get up a lot earlier than I do now, okay? And I used to prep like much more in depth. Maybe now I don't prep as much as I should. Maybe I could, we can always improve. So I could definitely improve on my pre-market prep now, but it's nowhere near as overly complicated as it used to be, okay? And what I used to do was basically go into my scanners, find the tickers that I'm looking to trade, and we're going to go over all that in detail on what I do today. And then I would, write them all out, and then, write down exactly the price levels, their moving averages, what the PR, the press release was for that ticker on that day. If there was a press release, I'd write all that down for like 5, even 10 tickers, and it'd take a while. It really would. Compared to what I do now, which is much simpler and much quicker. And we're going to dive right on into that right here, right now. Okay, now before we do, something that's extremely quick and extremely simple, smash the like button for me. It really goes a long way when you hit that like button and comment in the comment section below, because it helps with the YouTube algorithm and it helps feed it, right? Because the videos, we put them up here on YouTube, and the YouTube algorithm behind the scenes is like, okay, well, people really clicked the like button here, commented a lot, and whoa, they subscribed a ton. Let me boost this video because it clearly has good information. And I know that by the end of this video, you're gonna be happy with the information I provide. So do me that quick favor, smash the like button for me, comment in the comment section below, and let me know what is one of the videos you want me to do coming up next, okay? So let's go ahead and jump right on into this here. Now, for pre-market prep, the main thing that I do is I look at my scanners. Obviously it's empty because it is Sunday at 12 p.m. right now, so there's nothing to be shown on here. However, these trade idea scanners, we can use historical data, okay? So we're gonna go ahead here and come in here, and if you're interested in these trade idea scanners, there's a link in the description section below for the scanners, along with a 15% off coupon code you can use. So we'll come here and we'll go to time frame, and no, not time frame, configure. Should be configure, or properties, should be configure. Nope, that's how we build them out. Let's find this together, guys. I rarely ever go and do historical time frame. Oh, well, there it is. Use historical time frame, right under time frame. Historical data. So we click that. Today is Sunday, so we're gonna go ahead and move this on over to a day where we had some good pre-market action going on. Let's go ahead and do probably Tuesday the 9th was, I believe, good. So click OK. Boom, there we go. Well, yeah, I'd say 374% gapper. Oh man, that's awesome. Look, you got 374, 180, 83, 64, 63, 47. Okay, so you had definitely some big moves going on. So what is it that I would do? I would come in the morning. Typically, I'm on my desk. Doesn't matter when I get up. I'm on my desk in order to start my pre-market prep anywhere between 8:45 to 9 a.m. Typically, that's the time I get to my desk. Sometimes a little bit earlier, sometimes a little bit later. Just depends. But that's a good realm there. I'm usually at my desk between 8:45 and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so East Coast time, market time. So I'm here, I open up my scanners, my trade ideas, and I start going through the gapper. So boom, I'll go to IMRN, and this was IMRN. This was on that day, on the 9th, right there. Boom, monster move from 645 and change all the way up to $28 and change. Monster move. I don't remember if I traded this that day or not, honestly. I'd have to go into my notes or my videos and see what I traded on the 9th. So now that would be the leading gapper. Boom. I'd make a mental note. Like, I don't do anything just yet. Mental note. IMRN. I like it. Right. Let's go. We're gapping up huge. Then I'd go here. IMRNW. These are probably warrants. This thing made a monster move here. I've never traded these things. 54 cents, 45 cents, all the way up to $11. Maybe I should start trading them. IZEA. Okay, so this will be the number 2 leading gapper. Now, for me personally, IZEA, I wouldn't have it on my top 3, or probably not even my top 4 list, because the float is 32 million. It's a little bit bigger than I'm usually comfortable trading, best trading at. Okay, I tend to trade anything 20 million and under. I don't care if it's a micro float. I don't care if it has 400,000 shares in the float. I don't care if it has 4 million, 14 million, 20 million. Now, once I start getting above 20 million, I tend not to trade it as good as everything else I trade. That's it. It's not to say that you can't make money. It's not to say that they don't make moves. It's not to say that it's not something that you should look into. It's just that currently, it's been something that for a while now, I don't trade them well. And I plan to improve that. I totally plan to improve that. Just like I've always said in the channel, I want to be, and I continue to strive to be, a diverse trader. You've seen me here trade options. Trade options, trade small caps. Okay, trade large caps. Trade futures. You've seen all these videos on here. However, one of my limitations is stocks over 20 million in floats that are small caps. If it's a large cap, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. I've traded Tesla, NKLA, I've traded Facebook. It doesn't matter. Okay, but when I'm talking about small caps, 20 million and under is where I excel. Over 20 million, I start to have a little bit of problems, and that's something that I recognize. And every single trader out there, even the most professional, knows where their weaknesses are, and we tend to stay away from those weaknesses and continue to improve on them. Right? That's the whole goal, and that's what we strive to do. Okay, so right here, IZEA, I probably wouldn't, well, I probably know, it wouldn't be on my top 3, probably not even my top 4, okay? I'd make a mental note of it, but I'd ignore it for now. I'd move on. Then NAKD, 6.9 million shares in the float, gapping up 38%. All right, I'll keep it on watch. EYES, 5 million, 35%. I'll keep it on watch. And that would probably be it about for me. Okay, so that would be my top 3 right there on Tuesday. I would also add to it any stocks from the prior day or the day before that even that have been hot and they're still holding up, along with any large caps that I tend to watch, like Boeing, NKLA, Tesla, and the overall markets. Okay, so that's how I would formulate my watch list. The leading one, IMRN, is going to be my top number 1 to watch. Then I'd watch NAKD. Then I'd watch probably NKLA, Tesla, and SPY. And then I'd watch IZEA. EYES, I probably wouldn't watch much. Okay, so that would be how I'd form my watch list. Now that I have my watch list, I got to get ready to set up my charts, right? So I would get IMRN in this example. Here's IMRN. No, it's just a 60-minute chart. Well, you know what? We're going to have to use that just because this is like a long time ago already. Like, this has been days ago. So I'd get IMRN. Here it is. Okay. And we have obviously 1 hour in pre-market where this thing went monster. It went ballistics from $2.50 something upwards of $12. So what would I do then? Since we've seen that range in pre-market, I get my daily chart. Okay. And then I'm going to start mapping out levels. $8 right here. I'll put out a line, and you see how resistance, kind of support area, resistance, support area, resistance. So in this case, that would be one of the levels I would watch. okay, that $8 zone. Now, you see how it's been resistance all this time? Right here? It's like between 8, let's see here. Yeah, between like 830 and 860s. You see right here, and it goes all the way up here to $9. This 200-day moving average up here. So that would be the first line I draw out. And it coincides with various levels. Resistance zones going to the upside and support zones on dips on the daily, okay? You can see here, we dipped right into the zone, bounced right off of it. Dipped right into the zone, bounced off of it. You know, then we dipped under it, resistance, broke up above it, back down. That's what you're looking for, okay? That's typically what you're looking for. Now, I would put that line out and make a mental note, or I'd write it down if I need to, and say, okay, potentially I'd be looking for a pullback to that zone. Remember, it's never to the penny exactly, okay? Now, what do we get right out the bell? We get a pullback down here to $7 zone, okay, which is about $1 away from that $8 and change zone that we were talking about. So you would say, okay, now we've pulled into this zone here, we broke underneath it. You can think, okay, a break up above that zone, like a re-break on volume, could cause a squeeze. And that's exactly what you get. Now, why? Why would that happen? Why would that be potentially your plan? Simple. Because shorts are thinking this thing is extremely overextended. They are 100% right. Okay? If we break underneath the support zone, it could fade. So we're going to jump in there. So you guys shorts that are jumping in here as it's squeezing, then you guys shorts that are getting extra confident when it breaks under support, then what happens? When it re-breaks that support that it just broke to the downside, it re-breaks it back to the upside on volume. Like you see a volume bar come in. Remember, obviously this is a 60-minute chart. We're not using this at the moment, you know, early on in the morning. This is just so you can see and have an idea. We see the volume start to increase. You would see that same volume increasing on your 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute chart, regardless. Okay? Shorts are like, oh my God, this thing is re-breaking the support zone, what should be now resistance is re-breaking it now, okay, on volume. I'm going to start covering my position. Then when you get a little slight pullback into that zone now and it bounces, you get more longs jumping in there. So now you have more shorts covering, more longs buying, and this is what happens. You get a short squeeze, okay? These are the trade idea charts. You can find, like I said, the trade ideas link to trade ideas and the coupon code in the description section. Now, I can show you this at another level here, like another way of doing this for it's the same thing, guys. It's just a different stock. Instead of being a small cap, we're going to do it with a large cap, NKLA. I made this plan last week. Well, I don't even know when this is going to air, okay? But when I did this plan on, what was it? The second to the last week of June, okay? It was a nice trade. NKLA, I had a plan for it. I had a plan that if it was on, probably on this day, on June 25th or 26th. No, it was on June 24th, I want to say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like on June 24th. We had a level here at, where is it? $73. You see right here? Oh yeah, here it is. You see this level, $73? Yeah, you can see it there. It's recorded. So you see $73, okay? You see here prior resistance, support, resistance. I believe it was on this specific day. I was looking for, in pre-market, a pullback down to that 73 level. Not in pre-market itself. I was mapping it out in pre-market for when the bell rang. The bell rang and NKLA had dipped down there to that level, okay, and I started easing into my position and we had a quick pop and I sold into it. I believe it was here. Boom. And it jumped right on off. Where in this one right here, it jumped right on off. It made a real nice move, okay? But that's because I had this plan predetermined in pre-market to purchase NKLA if we went into that level, okay? And we showed support. I started easing into the position very small ahead of time. Once we showed support there and bounced off of it, I went in heavier. And I made a nice trade. Made $500. Could have made much more had the trade continued to work itself out. But a huge seller came on board there on the ask and the stock dumped. But I was still able to take advantage of the price action going into that support zone. Why? Because in pre-market, I mapped that level out. And I mapped the level out using 15-minute charts and daily charts. Look how many times. This is $70. This is another level I traded on NKLA recently. But look right here. The top of this candle, okay? Top of that candle right there is $73 and change. If you were to go into like a 15-minute chart right here, let's see if we can get back there. Because it's been days now. I should have really taken screenshots of it. Let's see here, right here, 73. You see all this like congestion. You see the top of this wick, the top of this one. So you tend to, right over here as well, on this side right here. You see all those levels in that $73 to $74 zone, and that's where I was buying. It's all congestion. It's all like, I can't break through, I can't break through, I can't break through. I identified that, okay? So the next day, when I was looking to trade it, we were gapping up above that level. So I said, if we pull into that level, I'm gonna be a buyer. And it worked out. It was a good, solid trade. Why? Because I identified the levels in pre-market using the 15-minute chart and the daily chart, and then I executed my plan during market hours. And that's it, guys. That's my pre-market prep. It's super simple. Look at my scanners, identify the flow, identify that there's volume in the play, and identify my support and resistance levels using the daily, okay? That's it. That's all I do. In my daily, I have the 50 moving average and the 200 moving average. That's it for the most part, okay? Intraday, you've seen me. I use VWAP and the 90 MA. That's it, along with my daily support and resistance zones. It's not rocket science at all. Very, very simple. Let me know any questions you have. Drop them in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Check out the links to Webull down there. You download the app. You fund your account with $100. You get 2 free stocks valued between $12 to $1,400. So good luck on that. I nailed a good one recently. Let me know what you got when you do the app as well. And I hope to catch you on the next one.